need to be needed is one of our species' fundamental desires. On today's episode, we're gonna talk about one powerful trait that you must implement so that you can become a desired person that everybody loves to have around. After watching this video, you'll understand how powerful this trait can be, just like that head that cuts through all the bullshit. Oh, shit! From an evolutionary standpoint, the people who offer the best resources typically are the ones who are most desired. Women are typically more pickier than men when it comes to selecting a mate. I mean, think about it. They are the ones who have the higher costs when it comes to the reproduction process. So they have to think twice when it comes to what man they want to let empty themselves inside of them. And with that being said, it's understandable why they're pretty damn picky. There are too many traits to name that women look for when selecting a man. The trait that we're talking about today is having a sense of humor. Evolutionary psychologists believe that humor is strongly correlated with intelligence, which is why women love a man with a sense of humor. It signals mental fitness. Having a sense of humor can help to lighten up the mood. It can also help to unite people, and it can even help you get closer to hearing her make this sound. Yes! We have all seen that Quasimodo looking motherfucker pull up with some fine ass girl, and we all can't help to wonder, she's either probably after his money or he's paying her to be here. And as fucked up as that might sound, that very well might be the case. However, chances are Quasimodo is probably a funny ass motherfucker too. When we laugh, our brains release hormones that make us feel happier. Laughter triggers the release of oxytocin, which prompts our brains to create an emotional bond with others. Believe it or not, feeding her, your D, releases the exact same hormone that laughter does. So make sure you're feeding her properly. So if you want to become a funnier person, the first thing you ought to be doing is learning how to laugh at yourself. Learning how to laugh at yourself is extremely important because it helps you to build some self-acceptance on some of your vulnerabilities. Let me tell you something. Those who have the need to appear to be flawless oftentimes struggle building a connection with other people. People who think their shit don't stink lack the ability to honestly recognize their vulnerabilities and limitations. And these people can't be trusted because they are delusional as hell. Learning how to laugh at yourself helps to humanize you, which in turn makes you more relatable to others. Just make sure that you are working on that flaw of yours because it's all about forward progress. We're not trying to fucking go back and regress. We are trying to move forward and become better versions of ourselves. Learning how to tell a good story can also help to make you a funnier person. So one night I go out with my coworker and we're supposed to go to a bar and I get there a little early. And let me tell you something about my coworker. He's not really the greatest looking dude in the world. He's probably on his greatest day, maybe a soft 5, I would say. And I would personally be fucking shocked if this fool can even bench a plate. So when he finally fucking pulls up, he pulls up with this fine ass girl. She was fucking stacked. So at one point in the night, I asked him, I'm like, dude, how the hell did you fucking pull that shit? And he was like, shit, man. Thank God I'm a funny fucking guy. So I started chuckling and I was like, you know what, man? I'm sure it's pretty easy to be funny since your whole entire life has been a fucking joke. Do you guys see how engaging that story was? It doesn't even matter if that story was real or not, but it felt real. One of the keys to be able to tell a good story is knowing your audience. It's like you're not gonna play a fucking Eminem album when your 80-year-old grandma is in the fucking car. That would be uncalled for, it'd be inappropriate. Just like you're not gonna tell your parents about a story where you're being a fucking degenerate. Bottom line, just pick and choose what stories you're gonna tell based off of your audience. Just make sure that whatever story that you are telling, the message of the story is clear. The story that I told you right now, the message of that story was, you don't have to be a 10 in looks to pull a fine ass fucking girl. When you tell your story, do your best to paint your audience with a vivid picture. Be animated when you're telling your story, show that enthusiasm, bring that energy, use different tones of voices to differentiate what character is different from the other. All this stuff is gonna help bring your story to life. Men who have a great sense of humor find a way to get people to react to them in a positive manner. And if you could be that guy who provides people with laughter, you will bring the much needed positivity that is missing nowadays. When Jessica Rabbit was asked why she's with Roger Rabbit, she said this:
"He makes me laugh."
I don't care if Jessica Rabbit and Roger Rabbit are fictional characters. What is true about them is how valuable having a sense of humor can be. Bottom line, laughter can help to remind us of our freer self. And if you could provide that to people, you will be a desired man. Anyways, guys, that's the mindful approach. Go put this information to good use and take some goddamn action. If you guys want to see part 1 of this video, click right here. That's it for me today. Go fucking take some action. Stop being a pussy. Learn to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. But most importantly, stay nasty. I'll see you next time. Thank you.